Hey friends, it's Angela. How's everybody doing tonight? I'm wondering if you're even hearing me right now, because normally like a commercial plays and I don't even know where you come in, where you hear me at this point. But if you're here and you feel comfortable, say hello. So today I thought it would be fun. I've been waiting all day to get with you guys and just kind of have a fun girls' night in, or we'll just say friends' night in, because there may be some guys watching too, right? So I thought it would be fun to do some interactive questions, and we'll do that as everybody is filing in. And then I thought it would be fun to kind of give you a little behind the scenes tour of like what's around me when I film, right? You guys see this view all the time, but you don't get to see like what's over here. What am I looking at, right? So we're gonna do that. And then I thought I would do a little bit of a what do I eat in a day? I know I've gotten a lot of questions about that in the past. What do I do for exercise? What do I eat? So I thought, you know what? I got my stuff all set to go, so I will show you. Let's see, I am not seeing comments. I'm not seeing anybody's comments come up. Has anybody done a comment? Maybe I didn't turn a little toggle button on the right way. Oh, here we go. Okay, I'm gonna put my glasses on now. Hey Natalie, how are ya? Love lives. I know, they're so fun because then we can like interact together. Hey, before we get started too, on that note, if you guys could, if you have a question, could you put it in all caps for me? It just stands out more as I'm like trying to read comments. And if somehow I miss your comment, it just scrolls on by and I miss it, I'll apologize right now. Not intentional, it's just sometimes they get going and before I know it, they're off my screen. So with that being said, why don't we get started with some fun interactive questions? I have like my little notes ready to go. So first of all, how about this? Where is everybody watching from tonight? That was always fun to see where everybody's coming from. Today it was a nice sunny day, 85, not really that humid at all. So it was a good day here. Sometimes there's a lag, so if I ask a question, it could take 30 minutes or seconds or so before I start seeing everybody's comments pop up. California, Connecticut, here we go. They're starting to come in here. Shenanigans in Washington State, yes. That's why I wear my shenanigans shirt. Grand Rapids, yes. Indiana, that's awesome. Lincoln, California, hello. Detroit, Michigan, hello, hello, fellow Michigander. Chicago, South California, Vegas, Pennsylvania, New York. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. Hot and humid. Oh, South Carolina, I bet. Hello from Kansas. So welcome everyone. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I went online to find out some good this or that questions. I did this last December. I think it's been last December was the last time I did a live. So at that time, somebody suggested this and that question. So I thought, okay, that sounds fun. So anyways, I thought, let's start out with an easy one. Pretty simple. What do you guys prefer, calls or texts? And I'll tell you a little story while I'm waiting to see you guys' answers. Actually, I better leave my glasses on. So Wixom, Michigan. Oh yeah, I know who you are. I just read the Wixom, Michigan first. That's my mom. So anyways, hello, hello. Okay, calls or texts, what do you all prefer? So here's my story on that. When phones started becoming a thing, and my kids had their, I think it was iPods at the time or something like that, we talked about this texting and stuff, and I didn't do that back then, obviously. And I was like, oh, I'm never gonna text. I'm not texting. And I mean, that's one of the never say nevers, because for me, I totally prefer a text. I think the reason why is because if you're in the middle of something, right? You're driving or who knows what, you can, get back to that person when you have a minute or when you think about what you want to say or whatever. So it's funny, but I love texting now. So anyways, I saw a lot of you come through with texting as well, it looked like. Okay, how about this? Do y'all have a sweet tooth problem or a salty snack problem? So I'm going to say, and you can just put sweet or salty. You don't have to type the whole thing out because that's a lot. So I'm going to say my bad habit is both. There are times that I could totally get the bag of chips out and I'm trying to be good now, but who doesn't like that salty? And some of you may know from past that I've talked about this, but barbecue chips are my favorite. I love barbecue chips. So getting into that, sweets, that's another thing. So I'm both for sure. It looks like I'm seeing a lot of combo. Sweets, salty, okay. How about this? This was kind of an interesting one. If you could have perfect teeth or perfect hair, only one, which would you pick? And let's say every day, perfect hair every day, despite the humidity and all that stuff, or perfect teeth. That was one of the other questions that as I was looking up, I'm like, I don't know. Okay, we'll do that. Teeth, yeah. Hello. Barbecue chips, text, perfect hair. Perfect hair is a thing, especially in the summertime, right? With the humidity. This is what I'm doing a lot of the time. I'm wearing it up because it's just easy. So, and especially in the South, when we're in Florida, or when I was in Myrtle Beach one time, holy moly, it was up all the time. Horrible with the humidity. Okay, anyways, how about this? Beach or pool? So if you're on vacation, you got both available to you, where are you going? Beach or the pool? I'm going to say for me, I like to look at a beach. That's all good. I like to walk a beach. But as far as going in the ocean nowadays, yeah, that's not working out for me so well. When I was a teenager, I never even thought about what was in there. It didn't matter. I'd just go in anyway. Now I'm going, ooh, could be a jellyfish. Could be who knows what's in there, right? And I'm not going in. So I'd prefer like a resort pool way more than in the water if I have to get in. So pool, I've seen mixes of both there too. All right, let's do one more. Ooh, I wrote some other things down here. You guys got riled with that video I did with the Get Ready With Me. There were so many things that you guys came up with that I didn't even think of that I'm like, yes, that's another good one. And I kind of looked through them and I thought, why don't I make a this or that question for you guys out of those ones that you picked because they're good. They're really good ones. The irritating things that people do. Okay, so let's actually do that. Okay, would you rather have someone on you, tailing you, even if you're going 5 miles an hour over or whatever, they are on you, okay, the whole time? Or would you rather have somebody in front of you at a green light who is sitting there? And you're like, how many cars back? And you're like, get going, because if you don't, I'm not making it through this light. So what is your preference on that? What gets you more riled? So just say light or tailing. We'll do it that way so it makes it much easier. I'm telling you what, I cannot stand probably either, okay? But like, if the person is the first one at the light, especially if they're gonna do a left turn, come on, like just pay attention. Don't be on your phone if you're the first one, okay? Well, at all, but you know what I'm saying? I'm like, let's go. And then the tailing thing, that annoys me. And I like used to get so nerved up about it, and especially the closer, they were. Now I'm like, really? You're doing that? And I'm thinking, I'm not going anymore for you, because guess what? You know what happens. You go a little bit more, they don't care. They're on you still. It's like you could go 10, 15 miles an hour over, and that's not going to be enough. So anyways, that's a fun one. Yeah, real fun. That came up. And then also probably the biggest one that you guys came up with, that like there was a lot of you that said this, was people who don't put their grocery cart back in the, either take it back to the store or in the little cart corral. There were a lot of people that said that. And especially like if they're parking it right next to your car, let's say, okay, I'm still seeing different responses come in. That's okay. Totally respond when you can. Okay, anyways, so what would you rather have? Someone leave their cart right next to your car, not touching it, but they left it right next to your car, or you're waiting for the parking spot. You got your turn signal on, and someone comes from the other way and takes your spot. Regardless of what they say, they didn't see you, they saw you, whatever it is. So I guess I'm going to phrase it, what would annoy you more? Someone taking your spot, or someone taking your spot, or leaving their cart right by your door. How about that? Oh, can't wait to see what spot stealer. I know, right? And you know what? It reminds me of that movie. I'm sure a lot of you have seen Green Fried Tomatoes, right? And I'm drawing a blank. Kathy something, who that was that played the older, woman at that time in that movie. And some young, girl came and stole her spot. And I think that happened like the second time it happened to her. Oh, that was the best part of the whole movie. She was like, because they told her, oh, we're younger, we're prettier, and like whatever. They didn't even care, and the next time she just rammed their car. It was like, yes. Kathy Bates, there you go. Thank you, Candace. Yeah, that was a good movie. I've watched that movie several times. Oh, I think somebody's here. Maybe. Okay. People might be coming in and out. Okay. How about this? So let me do we'll take a little break from questions, and I want to show you a little behind. Yeah, she had insurance. You're right. She's like, I'm older, I'm wiser than you, and I have insurance. That's a good one. Yeah, I forgot about that. Okay, so I'm going to show you a little behind the scenes. So this is what you normally see, and you see that wonderful mirror back there. All the time I'll get comments that say, who is that standing back there? And then they either realize it in the comment, or they realize it much later that it's me. See, it's me. Anyways, and you can see what I'm looking at out here. So I'm going to do a little, move the camera around, try not to do it too fast so nobody gets dizzy, and show you what's around here. And then we're going to go out on my deck really quick so you can see when I'm in front of this big window, what am I looking at half the time or part of the time that I'm talking to you. So, okay, let me turn this around. Let's see here. Actually, I wonder if I should just do it like this. So, living room, there's our couch area, and then that goes into the kitchen. And we're actually going that way in a little while. Let me try to flip this and see what happens here. Oh, nope, I don't want that. Oh, here we go. Okay, all right, so this is what I'm looking at. So this is in front of my chair. That's our backyard. There's not a lot of people out there tonight. There's only a couple of boats out there. Anyways, we'll go out there in a minute. And then as I'm turning, that's to one side, kitchen way over there. And then our family room, you can see it a little bit better now. Front door area, which you've seen probably many times, people coming and delivering packages, and people are like, who is that? And the mirror. So you guys can see the lake, in that mirror. That's what you're seeing. Oh yeah, look at this. So here's a drawn picture. This is I think it's charcoal. picture of Bentley, and a guy that I used to work with at Milford Bakery, Dean Rogers, he drew that for us when Bentley was just, maybe a year old, something like that. So anyways, and let me walk over. Let's see. There's Bentley. Bentley, did you want to say hi? Everybody wants to see you. They want to see you. Bentley, are you going to get your hair cut tomorrow? You are, aren't you? He's getting his hair cut again. He doesn't look too bad, but it's going to be so hot in Florida that I want him to be as short as possible before we leave. So, hi, Bentley. Okay, so let me come over here. The sun's coming in pretty good through the front door there. Okay, let me slow down so I'm not going to get you guys dizzy. Okay. Turn this way. So there's my little filming spot, that red table over there with the chair, and I sit right in front of the door wall. So, okay, let's go outside. Let's go outside. It might be a little bit noisy out there, but if a boat flies by, and we'll come back in, and then we will do some more questions and talk about what I eat in a day. Okay, so I'm out on the deck, trying to be careful with this camera so you guys can see. So that's our next door neighbor there. It's nice out here. Really nice, quiet. There was a guy out here earlier on an electric surfboard. It has a motor on it and he balances on it. So that would have been fun for you guys to watch. And of course, boats. There's always somebody out here tubing or skiing or, jet skiing, whatever. So yeah, it's nice. It's a nice view in the summertime. And in the wintertime, that whole lake freezes over for months. And then people ice skate. You'll see people snowmobile sometimes, ice fishing out there. So it's fun. I hear a hot air balloon, but I can't see it. You can hear the puffing. Anyways, okay, so let's go back in. Ugh. Okay, let me turn this around. Okay, there you guys are. There you are. Okay, so let's grab some stuff. Let's go into the kitchen. And I've got some questions that people sent in that they wanted to know if I would talk about too. So let me take all this over there. And I think I have everything. I want to also, there are a couple of things that I received from people. Sorry, until I put this camera down, it's going to be a little crazy. It's been a long time coming, and I finally want to thank them for it. I feel awful that it's taken this long. But it was just hard to figure out where it was going to go in a video. But anyway, all right, we're walking towards the kitchen. Let me show you the kitchen while we're going there. Okay, so I've got all the lights on here. All right, I got a couple of things out on this counter here. Okay, let me put this down so you guys can actually not have to deal with all the shaking. Okay. Hello. Okay, so what I want to do first, I want to thank two people who sent me some things a while ago. And like I say, I apologize. So the first thing is from Kristen. And she has a little company called Kristen's Concoctions. And they are these really cute little jars. Look at what's in here. So it's all kinds of dried fruit with little mix. So what it is a little alcohol mix, I guess. And it says to fill the jar with, you get just a little bottle of tequila or vodka or whatever, and you let it steep for a day. And all the goodness of the stuff in here soaks in with the alcohol, and it makes like a nice little, drink. But I thought that is so cute. So I wanted to thank Kristen for sending me these. She sent me this one, and she sent me another one, which I actually tried. I did the whole steeping and everything. It was great. So she has, let's see, Kristen Fazio, Fazio. That's what I'm going with. I hope I'm saying that right. So she sent those to me. Very cute. Thank you so much. And then Becky Wilburn. Okay. She is the one that sent Bentley a little doggy bone that I did an Instagram little video on a while ago. But then she sent me this as well. It's beautiful. So she makes jewelry, and these are pink pearls, and it's got this little medallion on the end of it. And it's stretchy, so it fits on your wrist really well, but it's beautiful. So I hadn't gotten the chance to say thank you very much to Becky too. And she has an Etsy shop, and it's called Eye Candy Designs. So check her out. Here's her little card with some jewelry on there. If you are into jewelry, check out her little shop. So thank you again, Becky. All right. Okay, let's go with a topic. We'll kind of mix it up. We'll do some questions, we'll do some topics, and then I'll show you like a different meal that I eat. Okay, so here's actually a question that I wanted to ask you guys about. Have you noticed in the stores, in your Walmarts, let's say for sure, that it's just hard? There has not been anything new coming in. At least nothing new that is like I'm really excited about. It's been that way for weeks, and I'm waiting and waiting. Somebody even asked me the other day, do you still do Walmart hauls? I'm like, absolutely, and I am waiting for them to get some really good stuff in the store to do a good haul. So I'm wondering if you guys are seeing the same thing. It's very light on what they are carrying, and it just seems like it's been the same thing for weeks. So that's the story on why you might not have seen a Walmart haul. I might pick up a piece or two here and there and incorporate it in a styling video, because it's not really enough for a haul. So it's like, how can I, put it together to show you? But other than that, and then Target and Old Navy, are you guys finding lately they've been a little bit disappointing? I'm telling you, for a while it seems like I'll find a piece or two occasionally, but it seems like their styles are just, I don't know. I haven't been loving it. I'll tell you that. And then Marshalls and TJ Maxx, love going into those stores. I'm getting better at filing through the racks and looking at everything, because that's like a big deal for me. So the thing that gets me frustrated about those two stores, like them, great prices, but then when I do a video and I show you guys, I feel like I'm showing you like something you can't even go out and get, because TJ Maxx and Marshalls are so different in what they carry in your local store compared to my local store. And then online, forget about finding a link for it. It's rare. So I get frustrated too, because I'm like, oh, I can't find a link for that. I can't find a link for that. So I'm telling you all, well, check your local store, But anyway, so I get frustrated with that too. Well, yeah, right. I don't think Walmart's going out of business. That would be the day, right? Yeah, the clothes at Old Navy, Target, they are inexpensive, but I don't know. I just haven't been loving it. Haven't been seeing the good stuff, at least what, I'm excited to share. Oh, I know. You know what, Pat, she misses what I wouldn't wear. And that's the thing too. If I'm not seeing a ton of new things that I haven't talked about already, then there's nothing for me to really put in there, because I go by what I see in the store. So I'll get back to that if I start seeing some more things. Hello from Australia. Wow, that's awesome. Is it winter over there right now? I'm guessing yes, right? Okay, so let's see. People wanted to know, I hope it's okay that I say your name. Teresa L. wanted to know, how do I stay so positive? Well, let me tell you, if you ask my family, that I'm not all the time, I try to be, but I'm not good at doing that all the time either. And in fact, I've been talking to my friend Shannon. We've been talking about this kind of feeling in a funk a little bit. Sometimes it happens and it's like, is it hormones? Is it just like what? anyways, there are times where I don't feel very motivated or energetic or positive, but I try. And I think it's just, I don't want to say fake it till you make it, but you just try to do it, even if you don't feel like it. And it doesn't always work. But she said that I have a personality that deflects negativity. Well, the thing is, tell that to some of the people in my comment section, because they're still going. They still don't think I'm positive enough, I guess, right? Oh, Lord. Okay. Anyways, let me talk about, hey, Charlotte, how are you? So let me talk about some of the things that I typically eat. Now, do I eat more than this? Yes. I'm just going to kind of show you some of the main things that I've been doing lately. Now, if you haven't watched my channel before, or you've never heard me say this, I used to be vegan, a true vegan. I wouldn't eat honey, I wouldn't eat eggs, none of that stuff. But I've kind of lightened up to the point where now I will eat eggs. And that's actually one of my favorite breakfasts. I mix it with egg beater, so I don't have just a pile of regular eggs, whatever. But and then I do have a little bit of dairy. If it's in a baked good or whatever, I'm not going to be crazy about it. So I have lightened up, and I guess I wouldn't really call myself a vegan anymore. Maybe close, but not quite. So and lately, let me tell you, this weight thing after 50 is baloney. I mean, it is getting harder to just eat what you want. I mean, what happened to the days where, like when you're younger, it's like, you don't even, think about it as much as now. It's like, whew, I'm telling you what. I hope I'm not the only one out there. I don't think I am. Anyway, so what I'm doing now is I'm trying to eat a little bit less carbs. Oh, my daughter's right here. You want to say hi?
No.
She's like, no, I don't think so. Anyways, I'm trying to eat a little bit less carbs because the Weight Watcher thing didn't work. I tried intermittent fasting, which worked perfectly for me last year. As long as I ate between my window, I could pretty much not have to think about what I was eating. Wait till 60. Great. Thanks, Sheila. I know, it's already to the point where I'm like, really? So I'm trying to eat less carbs because I am a carb junkie. I just love carbs. And I think that's probably a common problem with a lot of people. So I'm trying to cut down. I wouldn't say I'm doing like keto exclusively, but I'm just trying to lower the carbs. So, okay, let me show you what I eat like for snacks. That's always a good one. What do you eat for snacks? So I'm going to show you a couple of my favorite things. So this is being good. I will go out and have a cookie, or there will be times where I'm like, you know what, just forget it. Give me the chips, right? It depends on the mood. So anyways, but most of the time I'm trying to do really well. So cashews, and I don't go hog wild on these. Like I'll have a small handful, and that will be one of my snacks because yes, it's fat, but it's like a healthier fat for you. So I'm thinking, can't be that bad if I don't eat a ton, right? So this is one of my snacks in the day. The other, I'm going to pull some things out of the refrigerator. If I am feeling like I need some carbs and I don't really want to go full bore and get the chips, yeah, how long can we blame the pandemic? That was for real, Sheila. I think I gained 10 or 15 pounds. Yeah, for real, during the pandemic. Because, like, I don't know, we just weren't doing as much, right? We were eating more, boredom eating and all that. Totally. So, okay, here's what I will have if I want carbs, but not horrible carb. So, have you guys tried this brand? Spudsy. They're hard to find. Normally Whole Foods, you can find them at Whole Foods. I get mine on Amazon. I can't hardly find them at any of my normal stores around here. So these are sweet potato puffs, and they're plant-based, and they are great. The barbecue, they have other flavors as well, but if you see these, you must try because they're very good. Now, I know you've seen the brand in the store. I think they're like chickpea puffs, and they're in a yellow bag. I tried those. Horrible. For me. I'm just saying my opinion of them, not so much. These have a really good taste, and they've got like sour cream and onion or something. You know, they've got a few different flavors of them. So if you see them on Amazon, give them a try. They're like $5 a bag. It is a little bit expensive, but you know, just pick at it a little bit. So, okay. These say keto on them. And you know, maybe they would work out for you. Check them out when you're in the store next time, depending on how you're eating. But I got them because they're a lower carb sweet treat. So if I'm really wanting something that I'm like, okay, I just need a little something, this is what I got. So the first thing is by Slim Fast, the Keto Fat Bomb. That's a great word. That's a great name for it, isn't it? A fat bomb. And they are the iced lemon drop. They look like Reese's. They look like Reese's peanut butter cups. And inside they have a thin layer of this lemon that really kicks it up. Love these. One and done. That's all I need. I mean, obviously I could go back and get more, but you know, try to contain myself to one. So these I got at Kroger, just my normal store. One cookie. I think it's like more like a Reese's, Laura. So it's like candy more so than a cookie. So how about this? If you're looking for more of like a cookie-ish thing, here's another one. Same Slim Fast Fat Bomb, and this is like a strawberry shortcake, but it's a little bar. And you know what? I'm gonna have to be honest here. I tried one of these. They're all right. The lemon ones are way better, in my opinion. But they're, you know, they're all right. So I'll eat them. Okay, so I'll get that for craving something sweet. Let me turn you guys so you can see. I cleaned out my refrigerator today because I knew I was going to be getting in there and that you guys might be seeing my refrigerator. So here's our refrigerator right here. Let me grab some more snacks that I normally get into. Okay. Another snack. This is good. So I get a plant-based sour cream. Yeah, you need a snack now. So you could do regular sour cream, you know, do what you want, but I get the plant-based, and what I do is I mix in a ranch dip mix, the powder, in here. And so it's got a little dairy in it, not a big deal, okay? And then I dip either the mini carrots in here, or look at these. Are these the cutest that you've ever seen or what? So they're baby cucumbers, but you got to see what these look like. Are you ready? Look at how tiny these are. They're like the sweet little midget pickles. That's how big they are. So I dip these in the little, you know, sauce or whatever. That's a great snack. And this cream cheese and sour cream are lower in carbs. If you look at the package, you know, obviously if you eat a ton, you know, you're going to load up. This is 2 tablespoons, and it is, where'd it go, the carbs? I think it was 2 grams of carbs. So that's not bad at all. You know, so anyways, that's one. And then my other snack that I'll get into, I love these olives. I get these at Kroger. So maybe like a Publix might have them too in the deli section. Sorry, we're live here. I gotta like close the refrigerator and I can't just stop the camera, cut that, right? So, okay. Oh yeah, cukes, there you go, in the South. That's right, baby cucumbers. Well, I've got bigger ones in there too that are like, they're baby, but they're bigger than that. Anyway, so I get these at the deli area in Kroger. And this is my favorite olive. I could eat half a container of these. And yes, they're fat, but it's another healthy fat, right? So I look at it that way. Okay, so that's kind of what I'll reach for if I'm wanting a snack. So that, let me think, did I cover everything? I think I did. That's pretty typical. Okay, so now how about this? For breakfast. I'll go to breakfast and then I'll go to some other topics. Breakfast is super simple for me. I'm the type of person that could literally eat the same breakfast every day for weeks. I'm not a really adventurous eater. If I find something I like, I have a habit of I kind of crave it. And so it makes it easy for me, right? Because oh yeah, I know what I'm having. Just make the same dumb thing all the time. And yes, I get to the point where it's like, yes, I'd like something different. But anyway, so my breakfast is eggs. I'll do 1 or 2 eggs, egg beaters. And then I use nutritional yeast. I sprinkle that in there. And maybe some microgreens, like some broccoli microgreens. I don't have any. I ran out of those. They look like bean sprouts, really. They're just these tiny little greens, and I just sprinkle them in, and they give it a little crunch, actually. So let me show you. Let's go over here. Okay, this is nutritional yeast, if you have never seen this before. It has got a lot of vitamins in it, especially the B vitamins. So sprinkling this on my eggs really gives me a lot more B vitamins each day too. This can be expensive. This can be like between $5.50, and I've seen it in Florida for like $8 for this bottle in Publix. But here it's less expensive. Or you can get a bag of this stuff. But it makes things also, people who want to make a cheese sauce but don't actually want dairy in it can use nutritional yeast as a cheese substitute. It gives it a cheesy flavor when you're making sauces. So anyways, that goes in my eggs in the morning. All right. Yeah, that's it. Pretty boring. Okay, but the lunch and the dinner, I got a couple of different options for each of those. Okay, so let me look at what else you guys wanted to know about. Carrie wanted to know if I'm baking anymore, if I could talk about that. So if you're new, I used to do a lot of cake decorating. I did that for 17 years and loved every minute of it. I loved the harder the cake was to do, the more fun it was for me because it was the challenge that I loved. And, you know, I did cakes during the fondant days. Remember all the shows on TV, Cake Boss, and oh my gosh, they had, Ace of Cakes and the whole cake competitions. And I was like zoned in when those shows would come on because it was always fascinating to see what you could do with sugar, you know? I mean, literally, that's what a lot of that stuff is made out of, fondant. Those big things that look like glass, it's edible sugar. So anyways, did that for a long, long time, loved it. But last summer, some of you might know this too, my daughter started working for an ice cream shop, and she asked me if I would help out. She was kind of like in a small part, you know, manager and a small part of owner in that place. So I said, yeah, you know, okay, I'll do it. So that took the place. I couldn't do that, YouTube, and cakes. So something had to give. And so it was cakes last summer. And so the more I got away from it, and we went down to Florida, we just weren't home. So long story short, I haven't done a cake. Wow, probably over a year now. And it's okay for me. It was a great time, loved it. And I think that I like YouTube even more right now. And so that fills my time. And I love hanging out with you guys. So that's that, Carrie. And I'm not saying never. I'm never going to say never. Who knows? Might get back into it, and I might put a video out if I do. So not going to say never on that. All right. How about Linda S. wanted to know about Bentley. Where did Bentley come from? Well, let me back up just a tad. We had another dog that looked exactly like Bentley, and his name was Coco. And we had him for 10 years, and he passed away. It was so weird. He passed away January 5th of the same year that Bentley was born on January 10th. They 5 days apart. One died, one was born. We were devastated because, you know, if you've lost a pet, I mean, it's hard because they become your baby, your pet, you know, I mean, not a pet, like a family member. So it was really hard. And once we found out that we had a dog in the house, it was so hard to not have one. I mean, because he is so a part of our day. We talk about him, we joke about him, we yell out, "Hey Bentley, where's Bentley?" Like whatever. He is such a part of this household. We carry him around like a baby. He's the best. So we knew when Coco passed away, we were getting another dog. And Bentley came from a breeder in Jackson, Michigan. So some of you might know where that is and some may not. Like about an hour, maybe half hour away from Ann Arbor, if you've heard of Ann Arbor. And we went and I saw pictures of him online. I think it was Pet Finder. And I was on there and I saw this little Shih Tzu just born. And he, believe it or not, was completely white when he was born. His fur, not a splash of color on him, completely white. And so I saw pictures of him and I knew that this breeder had other Shih Tzus as well in the litter. So we went, made the trip out there, and gosh, they were just tiny. I mean, literally fit in your hand at that time. Just so cute. And so it's hard to tell what the personality of the dog is going to be when they're so tiny. And I remember picking him up, and he was really kind of whiny at that time. And I remember thinking, oh, I hope he's not like this all the time. Like, what if we get a dog and that's all he does all the time is whine? And of course, you know, didn't end up that way. But anyway, so we picked him. We waited the 8 weeks or 10 weeks or whatever it was. We went and picked him up. And oh my gosh, he was just this little puffball, just the cutest little thing. And, you know, he still is. He's such a great dog. And we thought we had a good dog when we had the last one. He's even better. It's like he knows how to communicate with you. But you know that. If you have a dog or maybe even a cat, you know when they give you that look what they want, you know? It's like you just got this communication without even speaking. So it's awesome. We love Bentley to death. I know you guys love Bentley. It's hard, isn't it, Pat? I mean, it is, it's really, yeah, it hurts. It hurts. But I will say this. I would never trade not having a dog because I would know if someone, you know, said, well, you won't have the pain when they die. Well, I would much rather have all the love, all those days, that unconditional love and just that joy that they bring any day of the week than, you know, I mean, obviously we're all going to have to go through that, but we're not going down that road. We don't want a depressing life here, okay? So, okay, that was about Bentley. Okay, let me talk about what I do for lunch. Simple and easy too, and low carbs. If you guys are looking for a low carb idea for lunch, I might have just the thing for you. Maybe you've tried this and maybe you haven't. It's a sandwich, but it's low carb. So let me show you. Let me turn you over here again. Okay. Here's what I use instead of bread. Have you guys tried this? Egg Life. So they're egg whites that are wraps. Again, Kroger, I don't know if Publix might have these or, you know, whatever your local grocery store is. They are 25 calories for one wrap. And I'll make 2 sandwiches, you know, so because they're not that big. Let me show you. Here's what they look like. They look like little tortillas. And you peel them off and they're just these thin, see, I'm breaking them, thin little egg white. And so I just take this and I will either spread some vegan or plant-based, whatever, cream cheese on there and put some green onion chopped up on there. That's always good. Or you could do avocado, like guacamole. I spread that on there sometimes too. So if you're interested to try something like this because they're low carb, they have no carbs in here. So no fat, 25 calories, 5 grams of protein. There you go. Then I get my little fake meat. This is a plant-based turkey-style deli slices. I'll just use 1 or 2. That's it, and put that on there. And then I pile on the veggies. So I will always put spinach on my sandwiches. Spinach is so awesome. I love spinach. It's so good for you. It's packed with vitamins. So I'll put some of this on there, maybe some red onion. You put what you like on there, and I just roll it up like a tortilla, and I have that for lunch. And then I'll have some like olives on the side to give it, a little bit more fat. So that is one lunch that I really like a lot. The other one is I make my bean soup, and that's not the lowest carb. So if you're looking for that kind of option, can of beans does have more carbs than I thought they did. It's got your protein, but it's got a lot of carbs. So let me see here. Let me see. Okay, these are garbanzo beans, but let's just see. Carbs in here, so a half of a cup is 1 serving on beans, okay? Half a cup is 20 grams of carbs. Well, if you're like on keto, isn't it between like 20 and maybe 40 or something like that grams of carbs a day? So half a cup, you'd be like maybe at your max or halfway there. So they had more than I thought they do, but protein is good too. Anyways, I just wanted to point that out. Hello, Sheila. It's no problem. We're just hanging out here. We're just, doing our thing. Okay, so bean soup. Here is my tip for you. How much fiber in the beans? Fiber 4. So, and it could be different depending on the bean. I know it is because Great Northern beans, which I use for my soup, this I'll put on salad sometimes, a little bit. But Great Northern beans, I love to use for my soup. So those I think are more fiber in there, but protein 6 grams for the half a cup. Okay, so the bean soup, here's my tip for you. If you like a creamy bean soup, what I do is I'll take my Great Northern, don't look at this, Great Northern, and I will put 2 cans, dump the whole thing. Now, if you want to drain the stuff out from in here, that's fine. But to me, I feel like it helps to thicken it a little bit. But then the next thing really helps to thicken it. I'll take 2 cans, put it in my blender, and then I pulverize the beans until it's just liquid. And I add that to my broth and whatever else I'm going to put in the soup, and it makes it creamy. Just don't add a lot of liquid. Just kind of add a little bit of liquid at a time until you get the thickness of your bean soup that you want. And again, put whatever you want in there. Sometimes it's like I'll put maybe some asparagus, maybe some spinach, always some shallots or leeks. Love that, and garlic. But it's kind of the thing when you make soup, just put in what you like, So that's another one of my favorite lunches. And it's funny because I don't like to cook. Some of you know that about me, but I love cooking my soup. I don't know what it is, even in the summer. Like that's a great wintertime thing to do. But even in the summer, I enjoy making my soup. I don't know, call me crazy, but I do. So, okay, how about, let's do another interactive question. Let's get to that. All right. You could only pick one. Cruise or nice resort? Where would you rather go for a vacation? This is going to be interesting because I know there's a lot of cruise lovers out there, but I mean, a good resort is awesome too. So what would be your preference? And I know it's going to take a second for that to come through. Let me see. And then I'll have another one here for you too. Another annoying. What's more annoying? Resort. Yeah, it's something about a nice tropical pool area. You know what though? For me, it's both. I really do enjoy both. I love a cruise. My family loves a cruise. They love the food. It's all about the food. And it almost becomes like when we go on a cruise, I'm really good at going to the buffet at first, and my plate looks pretty good. It's got the vegetables. Maybe it's got a little potato on there. I'm doing good. As the days go on, you know what happens? More of the bad stuff starts invading my plate. I let it, because I like it. Like French fries. I have a downfall for French fries. They're just love them. So more of that stuff starts getting on my plate, more carbs. But it turns into like, when's the next meal? You're out by the pool. Oh, is it time for lunch? Oh, it's time to go get a piece of pizza. It just turns into an eating fest. Okay, so I saw it looked like resort was the winner. Am I right on that? I saw a lot of resort. I don't really hardly see a cruise. So, okay, that's all right. Okay, here is the next question. What is more annoying to you? Someone who is always late, and I mean late, not 5 minutes, okay? I'm meaning like you're waiting for a half hour to an hour every time you're getting together with this person, or they're coming over, or whatever. So someone who's always late, or someone who is always really early. Like, you say they're gonna, like, to your house, because if they're early meeting you somewhere, you don't really know about it, right? But if they're coming to your house and they're always like a half hour early, what is more annoying, late or early? I'm gonna have to say, for me, it's late. Yeah, I'm seeing the late. I just, you know what? It's like, really? Can you just, I don't know. How hard is it? But whatever. Things happen. But anyways, that's probably, I'm with you. I'm with you, ladies, the late ones. Yes. Okay. How about, dun dun dun. Okay, let's talk about another topic. And you let me know if you guys have questions. I'm sure you're probably like, I have been, Angela. You haven't answered it. I'm sorry. Sometimes I get going. I don't see it. I don't mean to, miss it. But anyways, okay. Let's see. Oh, someone also, look for this. I am so excited. So when we bought our house in the Villages back in January, a lot of you said you need to do a video on when you decorate your house. So we ordered furniture in January. It might have been, oh yeah, okay. Of course, we were all brought up like that. I am early to everything, but not that early. Like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I don't get to the doctor or the dentist or anything like the minute. I'm always a little bit early, but not half hour or hour. Okay, anyways. Okay, had to get my brain back on thinking here. So you all wanted to see like how we decorated the house down there. And we ordered this furniture in January. And I am happy to say we have a date. It's finally coming in July 15th. We're going to be down in Florida soon. So all my Florida people down there, we're going to see you soon. We have the furniture coming in. That's one of the reasons why we're going. I'm sure some of you are like, why would you go to Florida in the summertime? Well, that's reason number one. And so there's some things that we need to get it in the house. We figured, let's just go. Let's see how darn hot it really is. Because I've heard people talk about Florida in the summertime. And when we left in May, it was already starting to get 90s, like low 90s. I don't know how it's going to be, but whatever, we're prepared. We know it's probably going to be midday. You don't go out, right? Go in the morning, go at night, whatever. So all that to say, see, I get off topic sometimes, that we'll be able to do the video. And it won't be like every knick-knack in place and all that, but I'm excited to show you what finally came in, and it will look like, it's pretty good. Not totally decorated, but pretty good. We do drive, Sheila, because we take Bentley, and it's just way easier, to take him. We stop partway down, and take a break, so everybody's not in the car the whole time. And we have stuff still that we want to take from here. So it just makes it so much easier than trying to pack things in a suitcase and take it on a plane, especially things that are a little bit bigger. So anyways, be looking out for that. I'm so excited. I haven't seen this stuff. And the thing is, we did not decorate this house. So some of you say, oh my gosh, your house is so pretty and wow, you did such a great job decorating, but I really cannot take credit for that. We picked out wall colors, we did some things, but then we had someone come in and help us out and just make it look, homey, right? And down in Florida, my husband's sister, she is the one that pretty much put everything together for us. And so we're so grateful and excited to see what it is when it all comes together, because she's got a great vision for decorating. So in her mind, I'm sure she has it all. She knows what it's going to look like, but we really don't, so it's going to be kind of fun. Anyway, so look out for that. And let's see what else. Okay, there's a couple more topics on here, but let's talk about dinner. We're getting close to an hour. I didn't want to keep you guys all night long because I know you got stuff to do. You got stuff. Oh, by the way, is anybody watching Lincoln Lawyer? That's our new show right now. We got to the point we watched Ozark all the way through almost again. And I'm getting to the point where I'm like, okay, you know what? Ozark used to be great. Now I'm getting to the point I'm getting kind of tired of it. Well, it's this is our third time through. And I said to my husband, I'm like, I need a break. Let's watch something else. So we're watching Lincoln Lawyer. It's on Netflix. My daughter was totally telling us, you need to watch it. Everybody's been talking about this. Now there was a movie with Matthew McConaughey, I don't know how many years ago, and it was called Lincoln Lawyer. And that is on Netflix too. But you want the series. It's one season. And the reason why they call it Lincoln Lawyer is because he works out of his car, which is a Lincoln. But it is, if you like suspense and you like putting the pieces together, then you might like that. It's really good. So, Patty, you know what? I don't know. My Walmart's no go. And they haven't been for weeks. It's the same repeat stuff that I've been seeing for weeks. I am hoping when we go down to Florida, my favorite Walmart down there, I'm going to be so excited to go in there to see, do they have things that I haven't been seeing? I can't wait. And I'm hoping I'm right. It'll be a disappointment if I go down there. It's it's the same stuff I'm seeing at home that I've already talked about or that I never liked in the first place. Because I have to be excited about what I show you guys. I'm not going to show you something just because. I need to be excited about it, and that's why I like to share it with you, So anyways, I missed it. I missed what you were seconding that Debbie said. Okay, dinners. Let's talk about dinners. Here's my two go-to dinners right now because I'm trying to do the low carb thing. Let me tell you, the first week that I did the low carb thing, I lost 4 pounds. I really took the carbs down. Not no carbs, but a lot lower. I lost 4 pounds and I was like, this is good. This is really good. And then the past week, oh, no, it's closed. It's closed. You know what you're seeing behind me is my my cupboard. It's all pantry stuff in there. So anyways, I got sidetracked again. What was I talking about? Okay, dinners. My two go-to. One is I saute a big pan of vegetables, squash and zucchini and garlic, onion, mushroom, just what a broccolini. Do you guys like broccolini? I like that even better than regular broccoli. And saute it all in some olive oil and sea salt. That's about it. And then what I do is I sprinkle some vegan feta cheese on it. I know you're probably thinking I'm nuts. Let me show you. This is another thing for you vegans out there, or somebody who wants to be dairy-free, have a good dairy-free option. This brand, Follow Your Heart, is a good one for cheeses. There's a lot of nasty ones out there. And Follow Your Heart has always been good. I like the shredded. It melts really well if you're wanting to make a pizza or a grilled cheese sandwich or something like that. That is a really good one. This is a good one. It looks just like feta. Look at that. It looks just like feta, and it is dairy-free feta crumbles. Really good. I like this. So I sprinkle this on my vegetables just to give it like a little kick. And I will also make an Impossible burger in my little air fryer. And I will cut that up and put it on, mix it in with my vegetables also. Or I have a big old salad, and I will take the spinach, put whatever, I like red onion in there. And what else do I put in there? Whatever vegetables we have. And then I will also put in my salad avocado or this and the Impossible burgers. I get this at Walmart. That's the only place I've seen that's had the frozen, and they come like, how many patties in here? 6. If you buy the fresh, it's expensive. Like 2 Impossible patties can be like $7. And this is maybe 10, but you get 6. So anyways, look for that if that's something that you're interested in. 2 ideas for dressings for your salads, no matter what you put together. One, I'll either do olive oil, and I put a little red wine vinegar. So I'll drizzle the olive oil on. I sprinkle some of this in to kind of give it that tang. You could probably do lemon juice too. And then garlic salt. And you have to put a little bit more in than you think, for me anyway, but I start out slow, taste it, put a little bit more in. So I will use that for a dressing, or I will smash up an avocado. Have you guys tried that? I take a half of an avocado, all my salads in the bowl, and I smash the half of avocado, if I can talk here, and then I mix it into the lettuce and everything, and it coats all the lettuce. Just keep stirring it. What a healthy way to add a little flavor to all the pieces of your salad. And then I'll put a little garlic salt on that too for some flavor. But that's really healthy, and you don't have to have so much oil if you don't want to. So that's what I'll usually do for dinner. Now, that's just me. I am not an expert on nutrition at all. This is just what I've been doing lately. And people, have wanted to know, what do you eat? That's what I'm doing at the time. But, hey, I love a treat. I'll go to Blaze and get a pizza sometimes, and that's all good too. It's kind of, you got to have some treats to look forward to as well. So anyways, let's see. You know what? Does anybody have, I'm going to focus. I'm looking right now. Does anybody have any questions for me before I let you guys go for the evening? I'm sure you're probably going to be watching shows. Calm down. Oh, thank you. Oh, that wasn't even for me. I don't know what my Halloween costume is going to be this year. And you know what? I think we're going to be in the Villages for Halloween. We're going to go back down there mid-October. And so I'm kind of looking forward to what goes on in the Villages. Is there like a Halloween thing? And if there isn't, I think I want to have one, but like at maybe a rec center or something, so that, I don't know. I'll have to check it all out, but I'm sure there's things that go on, parties, or maybe in the town squares, they do something with costumes. I'm looking forward to it, but I have no idea what I'm going to do this year. And I have to figure out what Bentley's going to do. We do that every year, where I have you guys vote on what his costume's going to be. So that will be probably coming up in like September. I'm going to have you guys vote again. So anyways, all right. Well, any other questions? Why vegan? You know what? More so to try to eat better. There's some family health issues. And I thought, that maybe trying to eat a little bit cleaner might help. Okay. And who knows? Like, I feel like a little bit uncomfortable talking about this because maybe one day I'll tell you about the situation, but, I'm trying to do what I can, and hopefully it works. And if it doesn't, you know what? Big deal. I tried, and, at least I could say, we'll see. But more for health, just try to be as healthy as I can. So anyways, and I don't mind. Honestly, I don't miss meat at all. I know that's weird to some of you. I don't crave it at all. I don't crave dairy that much, even though I will have a little bit. So, bye, Pat. You leaving? Okay. Anyways, all right. So, yeah, it works out fine for me. I don't miss any of this stuff. And, I've been vegan. Well, not vegan, but I've eaten this way since 2011. So, a long time. Yeah. Anyways, all right, you guys, if there's no more questions, so thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. I love getting a chance to just kind of come on, see what you guys are saying, share some stuff with you that I maybe normally can't do in a video because it's about a certain thing, right? So anyways, I appreciate all of you. I really do. I just love you guys. I'm so glad that you're all a part of this community. And we will do this again. I was thinking about when we're down in the villages, maybe I will do a live down there and take you somewhere out in the villages again. So stay tuned for that, or at least the decorating video. Can't wait for that. So, all right, you guys, have a great night, and I will probably see you at some point this week. All right, bye.